Welcome to another video where we look at the before and after of an extreme weather event. In this case, it was an earthquake, or to be exact, two earthquakes that happened within quick succession of each other, and they're in the same sort of area. So imagine getting hit by an earthquake, then suddenly getting hit by another earthquake as well. This is exactly what happened on the Turkey-Syria area. And this is what we're going to be covering, is the before and after of the 2023 Turkey-Syria earthquake. Now, there is an undercurrent here, just to let you know in advance, of people say there was some sort of corruption happening where basically building regulations were or weren't being adhered to. But we don't know that. We're just looking at the before and afters. So to be more exact on the date, we're going to be looking at this event happened in sort of around February 2023. So we're going to be looking at the nearest picture before that event, nearest to that event, and the earliest picture after that event we can look at. And as like with anything in Google Earth, we are beholden to the nearest pictures that are available in the before and after situations, and they will change depending on the towns we're looking at. So the first place I want to look at is a place called Nurdagi or Nurdagi. I am so sorry. I know I'm butchering this, but please do bear with me. I am not Turkish, so that's my only defense here. But first place got absolutely obliterated. This place was near the epicenter of one of the earthquakes, and you will see the pictures for yourself. So let's go in to Nurdagi. So we're going to start with a before picture. It may take time for pictures to load and all that, but here we go. So this is Nurdagi before the event. A nice sort of smallish, well, I'm saying small, so medium to small sort of town. We go after the event, after the nearest sort of clear picture we can look at here. Look at that. Look at that town centre. Absolutely smashed. Unbelievable. That block there, I would say that is comfortably 80% of houses destroyed. If you go to the before, look at that. Thriving centre bit. Afterwards, absolutely obliterated. And look at this. Look at this. All the way up the street. Look at this. Is that destroyed? It's all white. That's what's confusing me in that area. Oh, you know what it is? Those are kind of like camps. Those are temporary refugee camps, aren't they? Those are displaced people living there. So there are people who got their homes destroyed are now having to live on a field on the outskirts of their town whilst they deal with the aftermath of this terrible situation. That is absolutely crazy. So this is Nurdagi. Such a shame, but incredible to see the befores and after. Look at that. So this white we're seeing is all tent. It's like tent cities all around the centre bit. They got absolutely mullered. That is absolutely incredible. Next place we're going to take a look at, because there's a few places to look at, is Antakya. This is sort of the biggest town that was hit. I had a brief look before, and I have to say, before it was a very pretty city. Beautiful location. Look at that. I mean, it looks so beautiful, doesn't it? Next, tucked into the sort of mountains around it. But let's go zoom in and we'll see what has happened. So this was the after. You can see lots of gaps here. But if you go to the before, yeah, I mean, that was very badly hit on the west side of the river. I mean, yeah. I mean, there are still gaps, but there's definitely more, I would say. A lot more. And look at that. Yeah, lots of bare patches. Oh, that's such a shame. It was such a pretty city before. It still is a beautiful location. And look at this area. Let's zoom into this. I don't remember this square thing being here. Completely bare. Yeah, look at that. It was completely full. Everything was completely full. If you zoom down here, this bit here, watch this. This is shocking. Look at that. So this is interesting. So there was partial destruction here. And then my guess is all these buildings here were not structurally sound. They had to be taken down because they were uninhabitable. So then they had to just sort of get rid of a lot more. Oh, that is terrible. But that is insane to look at. Absolutely insane. And look at that. This is bare all the way along. Antakya. Interestingly, this bit parked next to the hillside seems to be okay. All living fine, but I mean, on the ground, it is a different story altogether. And here we have tent city again. People living out in tents, having had their homes destroyed. Look at that. We're going to move on now to the next place, which is called, if I pronounce correctly, Islahiye. Islahiye? So this is all in the Gaziantep area of Turkey. Beautiful place of Turkey. I really want to go there. Okay, so we'll wait for the screen to load a bit. But here again, looks like a nice town, nice city. And then this is 2024 actually. It seems to have, well, on the top, it seems to be nowhere near as bad as Antakya. Let me see. Okay, so this is the before. Yeah, I mean there are some areas here. Yeah, it's been hit. Not as bad as Antakya, but definitely been hit. This is 2024, by the way. This is 5th of April 2024. Again, some tents set up. Not nearly as bad as Antakya or Nurdagi, but still felt the impact of the earthquake. Okay, we're going to go to I think it's a different province now. It's called Kahramanmaras. And I know I got that very badly wrong. Kahramanmaras. Thank goodness there is autofill. Because that is a nightmare to spell. So I think this is a different province of Turkey now. And here we have it. Look, you can see the bare patches here. You can see the bare patches here. And now look here. So we have the after. We go to the before. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's not a fully residential area, but it did have more houses before. So it is barer. But I would say it's definitely not nearly as badly hit. Very green farmland. It's just really pretty to see from bird's eye views, these Turkish towns and cities. Let's now go somewhere else. Let's go to the Syria area now. Let's check out the Syrian side of things. So this is an interesting one. Aleppo. Aleppo was apparently hit by this earthquake. Having gone through years of civil war, they now have this earthquake which has hit them and Turkey at the same time. So Aleppo, this is Aleppo. And it may be difficult to distinguish between what was civil war and what was the earthquake. It may be. I don't know. I've never been to Aleppo. Looks like a very pretty sort of geometry of the houses. It's like American style layout with British roads. Or European roads, I would say. So this is after the earthquake. This is before. I'm not really seeing much. I'm going to do a quick check out on the suburbs, and then we'll just sort of give this a miss if we don't see anything. It's 2023. Look at that. 2023. I'm not really sure what I'm seeing here, so we're going to move on to to be honest, that's kind of the only place. Probably Idlib. I had Idlib province as my list. There's another area of Syria, but again, the problem is it's gone through years of civil war, so you're not quite sure what has been demolished because you can't get that close to around the earthquake here as well. So you had Idlib. This is 15th of April. We're going to go right the way back to 2022. See if we can see some destruction. So this is 2022. Going a little bit. And now we're going to go forwards to beyond the earthquake. Yeah, not quite sure. And there could be an area here. We go forward a bit more. Here we go. Yes, you can see it now. Look at what is up here. Up here, the northern areas. Yeah, look at that. That is destruction. That is destruction. It's crazy. So this earthquake, if you zoom out way out, it hit Idlib province, Gaziantep area. So if we go zoom right out, we're talking Idlib is here. If you go to Nurdagi is there. So up here to down here is the earthquake area of most destruction. Gaziantep, the city here. This whole area here, Aleppo is here. This whole area was subject to the earthquake. It's a massive area. An absolute destruction. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, seeing the befores and afters of this earthquake, this terrible earthquake that happened in Turkey and Syria in 2023. And please do like and subscribe for more of these. There'll definitely be more coming. Thanks very much for watching.